Imagine charging toward a corner at over 320 kilometers per hour, knowing that if you brake even a fraction of a second too late, you'll lock up, overshoot the apex, and destroy your race. Now imagine braking later than everyone else, and still making the corner look effortless. That is the quiet terror Max Verstappen puts into the rest of the Formula One grid. Because while most drivers survive braking zones, Max dominates them. And today, we're pulling apart the single most underrated weapon in his arsenal, the braking technique that allows him to stop later, rotate faster, and still walk away clean while others slide, panic, or guess. Most fans think Verstappen's advantage comes from raw aggression. Some believe it's just the Red Bull car. Others say it's talent you can't teach. But the truth is far more uncomfortable for his rivals. Max Verstappen doesn't brake harder. He brakes smarter. And once you understand how he does it, you'll realize why passing him often feels impossible, and why physics seems to obey him while punishing everyone else. Before we go any further, quick check. If you love deep F1 breakdowns like this, the kind that make engineers nod and rivals uncomfortable, you might want to subscribe right now. Not saying you'll gain braking performance by doing it, but I'm also not saying you won't. To understand Verstappen's braking, we need to understand what braking really is in Formula One. Braking isn't just slowing the car down. It's weight transfer, tyre loading, aerodynamic balance, energy management, and timing, all happening in less than 2 seconds. Under braking, an F1 car shifts enormous load onto the front tyres. If that load arrives too quickly, the tyres lock. Too slowly, and you lose time. Most drivers treat braking as a single action. Hit the pedal, bleed speed, turn in. Verstappen treats braking as a sequence, a controlled collapse of speed that sets up the entire corner. Here's the first key difference. Max doesn't hit peak brake pressure instantly. Data analysis from multiple seasons shows that Verstappen ramps brake pressure aggressively, but not brutally. He reaches near maximum braking force quickly, then releases it earlier than most drivers while still decelerating harder overall. That sounds backwards, but it's genius. By easing off the brakes sooner, he allows the front tyres to stay just below their locking threshold, maintaining grip while still slowing the car rapidly. This creates something engineers call usable deceleration, not just maximum deceleration. Now here's where rivals start guessing wrong. While they're still holding heavy brake pressure, Max is already transitioning into trail braking. Trail braking is when a driver continues braking while turning into the corner. Most drivers fear it because it destabilizes the car. Verstappen relies on it. He uses trail braking not just to slow down, but to rotate the car. As he bleeds off brake pressure, he transfers load from straight-line braking into lateral grip, effectively steering the car with the brake pedal itself. This is why you'll often see Verstappen turn in earlier and sharper than anyone else. His car rotates before rivals even begin committing to the corner. And here's the terrifying part. This rotation happens while he's still slowing down. That means he reaches the apex with a better angle, allowing earlier throttle application on exit. Late braking plus early throttle? That's a lap time cheat code. But wait, if it's that effective, why doesn't everyone do it? Because it requires terrifying precision. Verstappen's braking inputs are incredibly smooth at the micro level. High-speed telemetry shows his brake release curve is one of the cleanest on the grid. No sudden drops, no panic corrections, just a steady, controlled release that keeps the tyre in its optimal slip window. This minimizes lockups, prevents flat spots, and preserves tyre temperature. Other drivers often fluctuate brake pressure when the car starts to move beneath them. Max doesn't. He trusts the movement. Let's add another layer. Engine braking. Modern F1 cars use complex brake-by-wire systems, blending hydraulic braking with energy recovery. Verstappen is exceptional at coordinating brake pressure with engine braking, adjusting his braking style corner to corner based on grip, fuel load, and tyre condition. This is why his braking remains consistent deep into a stint, while others start missing apexes. Quick question, have you ever noticed how rarely Verstappen locks a tyre under pressure? That's not luck. That's muscle memory built from thousands of repetitions starting in karting where locking a brake meant instant rotation or contact. Max learned early how to feel grip loss before it happens. And by the time data confirms it, he's already adjusted. Now let's talk fear, because fear lives in braking zones. And here comes the cliffhanger, because braking isn't just about entry, it's about what happens after. Verstappen's braking sets up something even more deadly: exit speed consistency. Because he avoids lockups, his front tyres stay cooler. Because he rotates the car efficiently, his rear tyres suffer less scrub. Over a race distance, this means his tyres degrade slower. So while rivals lose braking confidence late in the race, Max gains it. That's why you'll often see him still attacking at the end while others are surviving. Mid-video reminder. If you're still watching, congratulations. You officially care more about braking technique than most drivers on the grid. You might as well like the video. It helps the channel, and unlike locking a front tyre, it has no downside. Let's talk numbers, not lap times, but consistency. Verstappen regularly ranks among the lowest in lockup incidents per race weekend, even while being among the latest brakers statistically. That combination is almost unheard of. Late braking usually increases error rate. With Max, it doesn't. This brings us to the final layer of his braking dominance: adaptability. Verstappen doesn't brake the same way every lap. As fuel burns off, he adjusts. As track temperature changes, he adjusts. As tyre wear increases, he adjusts. He constantly recalibrates braking points and pressure curves in real time. That's why even sudden changes, safety cars, restarts, unexpected grip, don't catch him out. And this adaptability explains why passing him is so difficult. Even if you think you've figured out his braking point, it won't be the same next lap. He's already changed it. So what does all this mean? It means Verstappen's dominance isn't loud, it's surgical. It's built on fundamentals executed at an elite level, lap after lap under pressure. His braking technique turns corners into traps, overtakes into warnings, and races into psychological battles that most rivals lose before they even try. And here's the uncomfortable truth for the grid. Braking is one of the hardest skills to copy. You can't download it. You can't simulate it perfectly. You have to feel it. And Max Verstappen feels braking zones the way great musicians feel rhythm. That's why physics doesn't break for him. It cooperates. Now, I want your opinion. So it says, is Verstappen the best braker Formula One has ever seen? Or does someone from the past still hold that crown? Drop your take in the comments. I read them all, especially the spicy ones. And if you want to see how this braking dominance connects to Max's insane corner exits and tyre life, click the next video on your screen right now. Trust me, it completes the picture. I'll see you there.